Islam. It's Tuesday, January the 10th, 2017. I just want to talk about this traffic case, that highway traffic incident that happened back in August. You guys know about me standing on my square as a Moorish American, making sure, my indigenous rights are protected at all time when I deal with these highwaymen or, corporations. So back in August 17th, 2016, weekly, every day, I travel to the daycare, depending what the schedule is for my Empress, but I travel to the daycare 20 minutes from my house and 20 minutes back, so a total of 40 minutes. And so that Wednesday, on my way back from the daycare, at around 8:20 something, 8:30, I got pulled over by a highwayman, and his name was Christian Consack. There's no reason at all for him to pull me over, and just for the fact that I guess he knew who I was. It's no secret of who I am in the police community. So, and for the most part, the people that understand what I stand on, like the peace officers, the highwaymen that have come in contact with me, they understand where I'm coming from. And then there's a handful who want to, they're feeling froggy, so they want to leap. So Christian Consack was feeling froggy, and I don't know who sent him, because it's apparent somebody sent him, because I knew from he came that day from my interaction with him that this does not make sense, but what occurred. So on the 14th, I stood on my square. He tried to, tell me about suspended driver's license. I don't know what is that. You just give him my nationality card. I just gave him my nationality card, and he calls for backup. At this point, traffic's already, we've blocked off traffic. Traffic's gone down to one lane. This was on McCowan and Ellesmere area. And I feel like maybe his ego was getting played at this point. I came into the factor of him doing the right thing, because I made it clear to him. I said, you have no right to do what you're doing, because he wanted me to come out the conveyance, the car I was traveling in, so they could tow it. Because he's saying I'm not a licensed driver, which is nonsense, because my ID is my nationality card, and I know my rights to travel. I don't need your license. I don't need nothing from your government, like your de facto government, your corporate government, Canada, all capital letters. I don't need nothing from you as far as traveling. I could travel on the road, highways, on my own without your permission. So I made that clear to him on the side of the road, and and he was trying to be, cordial about everything, because I feel like he did not know what he was getting himself into. Maybe he heard and, lost a bet and he had to do this, but, he did not know what he was getting himself into. So anyways, anytime I get pulled over by these highwaymen, right away I made sure I called my Empress, and that particular day she was, again, out of work, slave, and she came as this interaction was going on. She was on her way down, and this interaction it was getting out of her hand to the point that now he wants to break the window. And I even called 911, so that's documented. I told him I don't know who this dude is, why he wants, I made that clear. Called 911 on August 14, August 17, 2016, and I made that clear, and I said, hey, listen, I don't know who these guys, they're dressed up as peace officers, but they're not moving like peace officers, because, again, I'm letting this guy know you have no right to do what you're doing. These guys had the car surrounded. They blocked the conveyance I was traveling in. They blocked it in, and it's like I can't even drive away, because they know I could easily drive away, and they have no reason to stop me again. Now this is just all about their ego, a show and tell for the masses. Because like I said, it's like 8:30 in the morning, so there's a lot of people watching at this point. Matter of fact, somebody that knows me seen this going down. You know, it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago that it was like, yeah, you know, I saw you that day, you know. And so anyways, so like I said, the ego started to play a factor. For me, it was more just standing on my square. And I just remained in the conveyance, and they had extendo sticks ready to break the window, and they're telling me they're going to break the window if I don't, you know, come out the conveyance. I'm like, no, I'm standing on my square, you know. And then I had a phone with me, and I got like a 40 seconds recording of me and Christian Consack talking. So here it is.
Name again?
Christian Consack.
What's your partner's name?
Pardon?
What's your partner's name?
Kayla Garrett.
Where did you notice me? When did you spot this conveyance?
I'm not going to have this conversation with you at the side of the road.
That's what I thought. Okay. And what was the reason for this?
For us stopping you?
Yeah.
Because you're driving with a suspended driver's license.
How did you figure that out?
Because I have a police computer that gives me certain information.
And you thought that the owner of the car was a male, right?
I did, yes.
So and later on you were mistaken, right?
And I apologize for my mistake.
Okay, so you messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're perfect for the rest of the day, right?
Am I perfect?
Yeah.
No, far from it.
Okay, so chances are you're still messing up.
Well, I know for a fact that your driver's license is suspended, and that's why...
You know for a fact. You know for a fact.
Yes.
That I own a driver's license.
Well, your license is expired.
Here it is. So now, with that video, he was already confused to begin with. You know, he thought I was somebody, a female traveling on the highway. Then he somehow knew who I was and wanted to tell me who I am. I wanted to disregard what my card says, the name on my card. So he's like, oh no, you're not supposed to be driving. Finally, my Empress showed up right before they were apparently about to break the window, because according to another female highwayman who was kind of down the street further, she stated to my Empress as she arrived, hurry up, they're about to break the window. Go talk to him, meaning go talk to me. So when my Empress got on the scene, she was like, you know what? I know you're upset, whatnot. I know. Let's just deal with this in court. And, you know, the same thing Christian said. Christian was like, we'll go to court like gentlemen and deal with this. I was like, okay. And even before they towed the conveyance away, my Empress realized she recognized the dude because the peace officer, because of where she works, they have to deal with peace officers all the time. And it just so happened this peace officer, somebody she recognized. And she even said to him, hey, I know you. Don't tow the car. You know, trying to explain to him, and he's like, again, his ego far gone. It's been a half an hour, 45 minutes at this point on the side of the road. Traffic is blocked down to one lane, you know. So again, he's radioing that he did pull me over, so he's got to have an answer for that. I mean, he can't arrest me, he can't do nothing to me. So the only thing he could do is kidnap the conveyance. And he has no right to do that because there was on the scene, I gave him a second option, my Empress, a licensed driver. You disregard that. So I tried to give you two different ways to get out of this. Either swallow your pride, just let me go, or let my Empress operate the conveyance. But no, the ego again got in the way. You kidnapped the conveyance for 7 days. For 7 days, we didn't have we didn't have access to a conveyance to use. We had to make alternative plans for a week to travel 20 minutes and back to pick up my children, based on your ego. Okay, so now I was certain about my stance. So me, the next time I go to court, which is traffic court, 1530 Markham Road. We set a court date. I believe this was back in October. The day I set the court date, we set it for January 9th, 3 p.m. in courtroom E3 at the same location, 1530 Markham Road. All right. So that same day we set up the trial date. I went straight to 42 Division, which is where Christian Concert works out of. 42 Division just so happens to be right next to the courthouse, the traffic courthouse. So I walk over there, and I went and I spoke to a lady, a peace officer, a highwayman by the name of Kay Kinnear. And I said, make sure Christian Consack is at court January 9th. I went home, waited patiently for the day to come, which was yesterday. I go to court at 3 p.m. All right. 2:59, I'm noticing I don't see Christian. 3 o'clock, they call my appellation, and the Crown's name is S. Davidson in courtroom E3. He calls my appellation, and the judge was Judge Galani. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, the case has been thrown out. I'm like, okay, that's fine. What about this bill right here for $819.25? That's how much it how much it costs to keep the car impounded. After you didn't want to listen to me, you wanted to stroke your ego. And I don't know who sent you. Like I said, like I have a strong feeling that you were sent, whether by Daryl Lambie or from 54 Division or LaSalle. I don't know. Like just because you guys, the coincidence of you guys working with the Toronto Police Service, it's not enough. But it goes deeper than that. And I feel like you guys are conspiring. You know, the names I mentioned, you guys are conspiring. Because I'm pretty sure it's not far-fetched that Lambie or LaSalle from the previous case I had at College Park knows Christian Consack. Because what would possess you to do what you did? And then on the day of not show up to court, after you made all that scene on the 17th. You go to court, you claim that, oh, you went to court in the morning on January and told the Crown, oh, you don't feel like there's reasonable grounds to prosecute. Which is something I told you on the side of the road. I'm not playing with you or anybody that thinks this is a game. This is not a game. Collect your mortgage payments and keep it moving. Look the other way when you see me. It's that simple. I know how to govern myself. I made that clear. So this guy, Christian Consack, badge number 10520, out of 42 Division, highwayman Christian Consack, pulls a no-show. Oh. I look at the Judge Galani and S. David and the Crown, S. Davidson, courtroom E3 yesterday, and on January 9th, yesterday, and I was like, what do you mean the case is thrown out? Okay, that's fine. What about this bill here? So like, oh, this has nothing to do with it. I'm upset now. So I'm like, nah. What do you mean? Like, I'm just supposed to walk away? I'm like, you know what? Give me your name. They didn't want to give me their name. They called security. The security said, okay, well, if I leave the courtroom, they'll give me the name. Finally, they gave me the name, and I left. Guess where? Straight to 42 Division, because I'm gonna serve this guy, Christian Consack, with his thing, with his bill. I also got a bill for Daryl Lambie from 2013, because there's a $235 towing that needs to get dealt with. I just left it on the side for now because there's ongoing cases. Until we're finished, I'm supposed to go back on January 18th. I run 17th, and I'm going to court, and we'll hopefully wrap that case up in Old City Hall, and then I'm going to serve Lambie with this and his supervisor with this bill here. So I go straight next door to 42 Division, and I asked for Christian Consack, and my Empress is with me. I sat down, and as soon as he came, I pressed record.
So, Christian, I'm here to serve you this bill. I told you that day you did not show up. I told you that day. I specifically told you about my rights. Now I go to court. The last time I was in court, I made sure I told Kinnear, I said, yo, make sure Christian comes to court. What happens, let me finish. What happens today? I go to court, ready to do this like gentlemen, like you claim you were. Okay, I'm going to show you the video that you said we'll argue about this. We don't want to argue about this on the side of the road. We're going to deal with this in court. You did not even have the guts to show up. Now I got to come here and look for you like a bitch. Yo, listen, here's your bill. Make sure you pay my bill. Listen, buddy, I'm going to come back in a week. I want my bill paid in regards to that toll. first of all, I don't care about the hardship it cost us, okay? It's the fact that you took the car for a week, and I told you, Christian. I told you on the side of the road, like gentlemen, and then I gave another option, like the gentleman I am. You know her personally, by the way, and you still ignored it. She said, please, please, I remember. Do you remember that? She says, please. And you know what he said? Oh, it's too far gone. It's too far gone. And you had no fucking balls, no cojones to show up in court today. Make sure my bill is paid, please. Please, that's all I said.
I was in court.
This morning, not at 3 o'clock.
I was in court at 1:30. I explained to the prosecutor what I was doing, and he said that was okay.
Okay. All right. So, this is, what's your name?
I have your paper.
Yeah.
I'll forward it to my staff sergeant.
Make sure in a week I'm gonna come back, put it to her name. Put it to her name, okay? In a week I'll be back. Okay, Christian?
So now you see. Now you see what the issue is. The issue is we have this highwaymen who think they know stuff, but they don't. Most of your guys are either ex-jock meathead who can't figure the way out of a toilet paper maze. You know what I mean? Or just straight that person from high school who has it out for society and wants to take it out on society through their occupation as police officer or highwayman. Your superiors know what I'm doing. What are you doing? Christian Consack, what are you doing exactly? On the side of the road, I gave you options. My Empress let you know, oh, I know you. Here's another option. She's not a stranger to you, but you know you wanted to do what you wanted to do because of your ego. And then when it was time to show up, like we used to in high school or elementary school, after school, at the back of the school, when it was time for you to face the music, you did something most bullies don't do. You pulled a no-show. Because you knew from the get-go you had nothing to stand on. You don't have the cojones to stand against me on the side of the street or in court. And even in your own division, I came there. Anybody that watches that clip of me talking to him in the division, you could tell, like, he had nothing to say. But he had all the talk back in August. So this is where we're at right now. I called, I notified him, told him next Monday, which is the 16th, I believe, 3 p.m., 42 Division, I'm going to be there to collect $819.25. Today on January 10th, I followed up with what Christian said at the end of the video, which is say he's going to give it to his supervisor, the bill. I followed up and I spoke to a guy from Highwayman Sergeant Davey, and he was pretty biased. Your customer service stinks, sir. Like, stinks of bias. Okay? Just know you failed on the street and you failed behind the desk. Okay? So, I spoke to quote-unquote Davey today, and he was just trying to argue with me about what's the difference between a car and conveyance, and which is like semantics. That's what happens when dumb people try to argue. They argue dumb shit. You know what I mean? Stuff that has nothing to do with it, the issue at hand. You know? But it's okay, Davey. Just keep playing dumb. You know what I mean? You're caught up bored. Just sit there and shut up. And so after I spoke to Davey, and I had to hang up on him because he started raising his voice and I wasn't in the mood. I called the ministry office and I got a number for a person named Jamie McPherson at 416-327-5774. 327-5774, Jamie McPherson. I called her left her a message. She's like the boss of these guys, and letting her know what my plans are as far as collecting payment on this bill. And I just want to make sure she gives me a call back, and I haven't heard back from her. I spoke to her secretary, Karima. Karima said she'll get the message to her. So, Jamie McPherson, contact who you need to contact, because next Monday I'm going to collect my bill. Or if you don't want me to go there to collect it, call me, let me know where I should go collect my bill. You know what I mean? Because you're not bullying me. I don't respond well to bullies. I grew up in a house where I got bullied. So automatically when a bully comes around and tries to exert some type of false authority over me, I get defensive. And this is documented. Like, I get real defensive, especially when I know. So me not physically acting out towards you guys is me really restraining myself and doing my best to be diplomatic. And at the end of the day, you guys have weapons. And I'm just me, like 145 pounds, soaking wet, maybe 155. You know, no weapon. All I have is this, you know? So, please, I don't know how far you guys want to take this, but I've made myself clear as far as my status. You know who I am. Stop the game, because back in August, somebody could have got hurt, and it would have all been for nothing. You would have had to scramble and get your friend at SIU to cover your ass. And where I come from, in my family, you're not going to hurt people, cause physical harm to anybody in my family, including myself, and you're just going to give me money and say, oh, we're sorry. I don't work like that. If you ever heard of The Merchant of Venice, Merchant of Venice is a good story, and it resonated with me as a child. And pound for pound, that's what I'm going to ask for if push comes to shove. But right now, all I'm asking is for this fake fiat. Facts remain. You owe me this. You disregarded it. So just make sure you pay this fiat up. Get me my energy, my currency, because that's my energy and currency, and I made that clear to you on the side of the road that you had no right to do what you did, but you didn't want to listen. So again, you guys got to ask yourself, how far do you want to take this with me? And I'm telling you, I don't take sorry, excuse me, or a mistake, all the nonsense. I don't take that as for an answer. So I'm telling you, push comes to shove, please know what you guys are doing. Because I know what I'm doing. Starting from the time you guys want to play your games on the side of the road to the time we get to court. Christian contact. Smarten the fuck up. You don't have the parts to do what you do. Don't pretend. And for the future, stay out of my way. Once I get my bill collected, just stay out of my way. Anybody from 42 Division, I checkmate your whole division. So you guys just stay out of my way. Come Monday, January 16, 3 p.m., I want my paper paid. I want my money paid. You're not bullying me. Do I make myself clear? You're not bullying me. I don't respond well to bullies. Try that shit with the rest of the masses. Islam.